Hello Aquarius, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Jen with Bohemian Path Tarot, and it's already time for October readings. Gosh, I've got the Lights Ears Tarot here today, and as you may know, these are general readings for a general Aquarius audience. So take what resonates and leave the rest. It might really resonate with you this month. It might resonate a little later in the month because it might be predictive and it might kick in a little later in the month. Or it might just resonate a little bit and it might just be like a general nugget or two that inspires you. So if you know your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign, please feel free to check out the videos for all three of those placements. It might give you a fuller picture, or there might be one of those signs that is really resonant for you. I tend to find that one of those really resonates with me, and one or the other two is just has a general sort of inspirational vibe, if you will. So I'm going to go ahead and give the deck a really good shuffle for you. And if you've been here before, you know that I like to fast forward over the shuffling part. I don't like to chit chat over the shuffling. I like to really focus on that bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will catch up with you as I start to lay out the cards. See you in a bit. Okay, Aquarius, let's see what we've got. Ooh, the Star, that's your card. The Four of Cups, the Four of Swords, and Justice. Okay. Let's get ourselves situated here. So we've got Justice in the position of the sort of main focus. And Justice is, for me, the Justice card is about sort of contracts. That is to say, making sure you're getting what's fair for you, and making sure you're bringing yourself fairly to the contracts you have with other people and with other organizations. If you're in a situation where you're literally going to court, you may see a decision come in your favor. Like if you're going through, say, a divorce, or you've had to sue someone, or it's something about alimony, child support, something like that. So long as you've presented all the facts fairly and you've turned in the paperwork on time and everything like that, you're very likely to see a fair decision, right? There's also with this card the reminder to make sure you read the fine print and that you're being diligent with paperwork and contracts and signing leases and agreements and that sort of thing. Also putting things in writing when you're going into business with friends and family members, making sure you codify, making sure everything is in writing so that everybody has a realistic expectation, especially when it comes to going into business with friends and family members. You don't want anything going on unsaid or any unrealistic expectations. You want it all spelled out so that, there aren't any hurt feelings, or you're clear about who's doing what and who gets what in exchange for going into business or any buying property or whatever it is. Whenever there's a sort of agreement, whenever there could potentially be a legal repercussion, especially whenever there's a lease or a business any sort of contract with a friend or a family member, you want to make sure that you get it in writing, right? I mean, you want to protect the business or the property, the financial piece, but also you want to protect your relationship with your loved one. So there's also the piece with this card that is about fairness, right? That you are getting what is fair for you, what you're due. So sometimes it can be hard to advocate for ourselves. So for some Aquarians who may give more than they ask for in return, because Aquarians can be such humanitarians, this may be a reminder that it is right and fair and good and humanitarian to ask for what is fair recompense, to make sure that you are getting what is fair for what you give. Balance the scales. So that could be, for some of you, a big part of the focus for October, and making sure that you get what is fair. So how the Justice card plays out for you might be different from how it plays out for other Aquarians. But generally speaking, it speaks to contracts, fairness, negotiations, decisions, recompense. Okay, so let's move on to the next one, because whatever this contract is, whatever this negotiation is, it might be really, really wonderful, because the next card we have here is the Star, which is hope fulfilled. It's a hope fulfillment card. It is one of the sort of wish coming true, or a green light. It's a very positive card. It's one of the most positive cards in the whole tarot deck. And of course, not for nothing, both the Star and the Justice cards are major arcana cards, meaning they're happening in they have more sort of weight. They have major significance. So these are pretty hefty cards, right? So some big shift is happening with these two cards showing up. This could be for those of you who are waiting for a big job to come in, waiting for a big contract to come in. This is a terrific sign. Who are waiting for the job or the contract, or even like, I don't want to get anyone's hopes too high, but something like a proposal. This could go along with that too. This is a significant contract, right? Another piece with the Star is there can be the piece around fame or recognition. For some folks for whom it is realistic, there can be that element of actual fame being recognized. So if it is realistic for you to be recognized, if you do work in like the arts, television, music, or if you're like a content creator and there's the likelihood your content could go viral or something like that. If you work in the media, if there's some, if you're even an athlete, if there's some realistic way that you could be recognized in that way, or something you do or have done could be picked up in that way, this card would reflect that or support that. Another way the Star can show up is in healing. It can also be associated with healing too. So if you are in need of a timeout, a spa day, detox, what do you call it when you go to one of those, a retreat, like a retreat, or you take some time out or vacation for self-care, So that can be another element associated with the star. But generally speaking, the star is most often associated with a green light, a gentle move forward. Sometimes some of the forward momentum cards in the tarot can be kind of jarring, like all of a sudden you're falling, or all of a sudden there's this shift, or this all of a sudden change of pace. But the star is kind of a gentle move forward, like a green light, like the thing that you have been waiting for arrives, and now you get to move forward with it. Okay, so you get the idea with that one. Now, the next card, the Four of Cups, is kind of a funny card because you can see from the central character, she doesn't look very happy. Let's see if she's going to come in focus. Sometimes if I force the issue here. The camera sounds like it wants to focus. Okay, there we go. So see, she looks like she's not very happy. And you can see, oh gosh, okay. So you can see to the left here, there are three sort of bowls that are spent. You know, they're empty and she looks a bit discontented. But on the other side, there's this, let's see. On the other side here, there's this bowl and there's somebody handing her, you can't see the figure, but there's this hand with this bowl, and in this bowl there's this rainbow. And in traditional images of the Four of Cups, there is the central character who's looking, you know, unhappy, dissatisfied, and there is this disembodied hand behind the character, handing the character this cup that is looks like it's got like champagne. It's like got kind of bubbly goodness, this cup full of something kind of magical and bubbling, but the character doesn't yet see this cup of goodness. The implication is that you are, you know, the central character who is not yet aware of this gift that is coming, this full cup of goodness. It's just outside of your vision. It's just behind you or to the side of you, and you're not yet aware of this gift that is coming to you. So I want to say that although your focus this month is this contract situation, I think you're aware that there's something in your life that doesn't feel fair, that perhaps you haven't asked for all that you're worth, or for whatever reason you feel like you haven't gotten everything that you deserve, or everything you've wanted. But it is just on the horizon. It is what is about to feel more fulfilling is just around you. It is just about to be on offer. So hang in there. It might come in a form you hadn't yet expected, or it might be coming from a source you hadn't anticipated, but it is just around the corner. And you're about to get your green light. You're about to get this amazing offer, something you hadn't fully appreciated or seen or anticipated. But I would also suggest that there is a piece that you haven't fully asked for, that is a part of the puzzle as well. It seems like there's a piece you haven't directly expressly asked for that could also support your satisfaction. So I'm going to throw that out there as well. Now, the final card we have here is the Four of Swords, which is interesting because this is also another card that hints to a need for a bit of a timeout or a spa day. You can literally see it in the art of this card if it ever wants to come in focus. Our central character is, oh, here we go again. Let's see if we can, there we go. You see in this depiction, it's like she's a little bird in a little nest. She's taking a little time out. She's taking a little nap. This could be, again, a spa day, a detox, even just a good nap midweek, or a bubble bath, or just giving yourself taking a vacation day, something like that. And again, that kind of echoes that healing piece that can sometimes be a part of the star. So I think between what you're working on with your contracts here and finding the satisfaction that doesn't feel fully realized, as hinted at in the Four of Cups, there is this other piece that's coming, the green light that's coming, but it may bring some hard work that's going to require a bit of healing. That's hinted at both in both the Star and the Four of Swords. So around all the stuff that you're doing for your contract here, or whatever you're negotiating, do be sure to also, especially if it brings you the fame or whatever this this green light is, there's also this inherent advice to take care of yourself. There's the self-care piece. Yeah. Wow, Aquarius, this is such an interesting reading. It does look very powerful, and also there's definitely a need for self-care. So there's a lot going on for you in October. Amazing. Aquarius, thank you so much for dropping by. Again, do take good care of yourself. Until next time, bye for now.